Hello everyone, welcome back to Teacup Tarot. My name is Reya, and in this video we are going to be taking a look at what messages are in store for you from your Akashic Records for your future. Okay, now of course, as always, you have three piles in front of you. Please make sure to pick one that really speaks to you, and once you're done with that, we'll start with pile 1. Hello, and if you've selected pile 1, these are your Akashic records for your future. Now, I'll tell you this pile 1, I already see you guys entering a very beautiful and a very productive phase when it comes to your life, okay? Because I feel like the best of you is just getting started. So no matter what age group you belong to, trust me, the future is going to be beautiful and it is going to be very intentionally created by you is what is coming through. Okay, it's like you know your power, you know the seat of your power, and you're willing to do whatever it takes to make sure that your future is what you make into it. Okay, which is why I tell you this is going to be the best phase when it comes to your life. And interestingly, what is going to be happening, you're looking a lot within. So what may be happening is, you are probably looking yourself with your own eyes, and you're looking at things that are possibly not right, or areas of your life that are not right and need correction. And then when you make a correction, when it comes to it, automatically things are, sort of streamlined for you. The things that were not correct are going to be fixed, and you're going to be moving forward beautifully. Okay, but you're really looking at yourself with a fresh set of eyes is what is coming forth. Interestingly, you're getting much more independent, and I feel like emotionally, you're much more dependent on yourself than somebody else. Of course, it's not to say that your relationships are not going to be great. Your relationships are going to be getting, but when it comes to your personal power, when it comes to your emotional power, it all starts from within. So people are not going to be able to trigger you or not able to repeat certain patterns that keep repeating, which sort of makes you to beat yourself up. Okay, so you're really confident when it comes to your own skill, and you just know how to take your life by the reins is what is coming through. Now, interestingly, your focus is on completion. So no matter what work you take up in the future, you're going to be making sure you complete it. So if a particular project is assigned to you, the chances are you're going to be completing it beautifully, and you will persevere towards it. Like, you'll probably put your heart and soul when it comes to everything, and make sure you dig towards completion is what is coming through. You're very stubborn sometimes, okay, but that stubbornness is actually working to your advantage is what is coming forth. Now, one area that you have to be slightly careful of is, your health, your personal health. Now, what is happening, because you're very much oriented towards completion, you want to take care of everything, you want yourself to live the best life ever, you're sort of spreading yourself thin. So if you feel like, you have to do everything on your own, or if you feel like, you're spreading yourself too thin, please make sure you're taking occasional breaks and not pushing yourself too much. Because what will happen is, you'll work your work, and then you're like, I'm just exhausted, I don't have any energy. So please make sure you're taking care of that prana vayu. And once again, if you can, deep breathe or take up some energy related exercises, deep breathing exercises, that will help you. But remember this, you have to give yourself occasional breaks is an important message coming towards you from your future. Now, certain times where what may happen, you may feel like certain things are not moving according to the way they are supposed to be moving. And I'll tell you, this is nothing else other than you having over expectations of yourself. Okay, so if at any point of time you feel like, oh, I really want to move towards completion, I really want to, hit my goals, remember, everything will happen, everything has its perfect time, and actually nothing is stuck. It is mostly in your mind that you feel like you have to hit a time limit, or you're just having too many more expectations out of yourself. Okay, so that stuck energy is mostly you just pushing yourself to be the best. Now, interestingly, money wise, things are looking really good for you. Okay, so maybe your money investments are coming through very strongly, or maybe money wise you're really making that shift, and I see this towards then worrying about where should I put my money, where should I invest my money. So excess money is now going to be a part of your life, and then worrying about the investments may be something that is on the cards for you in the future. But remember this, you're going to be very grateful for the things that you have is coming through. You're getting lucky financially because that is the phase that is beginning for you in the future. Now, remember this, for my single friends especially, there is a beautiful news because I feel like you're going to be meeting somebody significant. And this connection may feel like, this is what I've been waiting for. And this is going to be a caring connection where not just one person is overly involved. This is a connection in which both people equally want to make the relationship successful. Both people are equally concerned about the emotional well-being of others, and hence they connect. Like, this is not only an emotional connect but an intellectual connect too is what is coming forth. And especially you are already in a married relationship or in a committed relationship, I feel like you're moving to the next level of commitment. Yeah, that's coming through. Now, one thing that is happening, I already told you, you're blossoming as an individual. Now, when it comes to your emotional life, probably you're recognizing certain patterns. So, for example, you may sit down and realize that, okay, I get triggered by these things. Or you'll realize that, okay, whenever I sort of have this conversation with this person, things go another way. So, you're starting to recognize the pattern of your emotions. And when a person recognizes their patterns and recognizes that triggers, automatically, when they feel like an emotional episode is coming, they take a back seat. Okay, so that is what you're emerging into. Very wiser and very emotionally wiser is what is coming through when it comes to you. And also, you're going to be the leader. Okay, you're not going to be a follower. You're like, nope, I'm going to be doing everything on my own. Whatever I want to accomplish, I'm going to be doing this on my own. And as a result of this, you are going to be taking lead. For a couple of you, I will not be surprised that other people notice this change when it comes to you, and then you're assigned particular important projects, or you make a lot of important progress career wise is also coming through. But remember, stubbornness is a trait that I'm seeing very strongly when it comes to you. So if you have a tendency towards stubbornness, please make sure you're being careful about this, especially when it comes to your career. See, because what happens, when a person is slightly stubborn in the area of your career, then people and harmony are sort of challenged there. Okay, so please take care when it comes to your career relationships, because by your stubborn nature, by your pushy nature, sometimes you can push people away. So be a little bit careful out there. Now, interestingly, what is happening, when it comes to certain areas of your life, you're not willing to take a risk, or you're not willing to go out there and be adventurous. Instead, what will happen is, you're going to take a traditional route. So, for example, when it comes to having a family, you're probably going to be enjoying a very structured environment where you have family, you have kids, you have a house, everything according to traditions. Everything has like a particular place in your life, and that is the way you're doing. Once again, community, family relationships may be having priority, and ancestral relationships, once again, extended family may also come to play an important role when it comes to your future. But that is definitely coming up. And the most interesting part that is happening when it comes to your life, pile 1, is when it comes to your career. You may be making certain career changes, okay? And remember, for a couple of you, you would be like, okay, I want to completely change this area and go into something else. Or you may feel like, I want to change my specialization completely and I want to go into something else. But this is completely a change when it comes to your career. And let me tell you this, when it comes to the change as well, it is a blessed change and a change that you'll absolutely not regret, which comes to you as a good news. So what will happen is, when this career change happen, you'll automatically get something that you deserve. So if in your career you feel like you've not gotten your due, or if you feel like people are not treating you with enough respect that you deserve, things are changing, and as a result of these changes, you're now going to be the best that you're going to be. Okay, so the best phase of your life is starting to emerge right now. So be patient, give your best at this point of time. whichever area in your life you feel like change is needed, bring about that change, because I feel like your intuition is very strong. And because your intuition is very strong, you're moving into an area which is more comfortable to what you feel is right for you, and you're blossoming. Remember, I told you right at the very beginning that the phase of your life that you're entering now, according to your Akashic records, is like the best phase of your life. Okay, so make the most of the time that you have. Of course, trust yourself, rely on yourself, and live your best life ever. Yeah, but overall, these are the things that I find written when it comes to your Akashic records for the future. And as always, as I wrap this up, I'm going to be leaving you with nothing but all of my prayers and best wishes for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 2, these are the messages that you need to receive when it comes to your Akashic records. Okay, so let's take a look at what your future is going to be like according to your Akashic records. Now, let me tell you this, you guys are very, very lucky, because it seems like the Akashic records, the universe, the God at large, is going to be working according to your own will. So, this is like the divine asking you, what do you want? What do you want when it comes to your life? What are your desires? And what do you intend to do when it comes to your future? And whatever you manifest for yourself is going to be something that is very, very in tune when it comes to your thoughts. So I'll tell you this, when it comes to you receiving this video right now, if you can sit down in the evening, if you can sit later at night and actually make a list of the things that you want to show up in your life, please do that, because the possibility that that will actually show up is there. And remember, think about the things that you only want, and don't think about the things that you don't want. Okay, because those things can also manifest, so be a little bit careful out there. You're very much in control of your destiny, and that is the way it is going to be proceeding. One thing that I see very strongly for you is your connection with the higher realm is increasing. Now it may so happen that intuitive messages will come in that will automatically take you in the direction of your dreams. Okay, so stay open to that guidance system that is so strong when it comes to you. And what may happen is, you'll not wait for things to change around you. You'll possibly be like, oh, I'm very tired of wanting to wait for things. I am going to be the one who brings about change when it comes to my life. And when a person decides that they're going to be the change maker, automatically they emerge the winner. So you're going to be like making waves when it comes to your life. And let me tell you this, because of this change of approach when it comes to you, people are going to be sitting down and taking notice of you. If you were somebody who's probably been a little shy, or not somebody who probably displays your talent at large, you're probably going to do that, and because of which people really take a notice of you. So career wise especially, I feel like it is a very interesting phase that you're entering into. One thing that is happening is you're very self-correcting. So what will happen is, anytime you are in an interaction, anytime you feel like something is not working out for you, or a relationship is not going according to what you feel is right for you, instead of blaming somebody else, the possibility that you'll take a step back and observe your own attitude is there. And honestly, this is like the biggest and the most powerful thing, because once a person stops the blame game and takes the responsibility of their own attitude on their shoulder, life changes dramatically. So you're probably going in the observation mode, observing your attitude, correcting and making changes, and then going forward. And as a result, what will happen is, because of this self-correction, your relationships will thrive a great deal. Change is coming completely when it comes to your direction. And also, one reason why you're probably more prone to making these changes are because you're being more empathetic towards other people. Possibly what will happen is, you are going to be somebody who will take a step back and take a look at the life of other people. See, sometimes what happens is, when we are empathetic towards other people, once we notice how much other people are struggling, automatically we feel like, oh, I'm so blessed. I just feel like I have to be a little bit more kinder to the other person. And that is what is happening. I feel like you'll also give space for the other person to grow. Or if somebody wants to share something with you, you'll be somebody who will be like a safe space for them. So you'll almost take up the role of a counselor in certain cases, what I'm seeing. But people are going to be like, this is the person I want to turn to when it comes to advice, for support. That is clearly happening. You're going to be like their person, their individual for 100 people in the world is what is coming through. One thing that you'll probably are going to be struggling with a little bit is your Vishuddha chakra, which is basically your throat chakra. So if you have a tendency of probably not saying things that need to be said at that moment, then probably your throat chakra is going to be little problematic for you. So please make sure, if you want to say something, if you want to communicate, you communicate it openly and not hold on to repressed feelings, because it is sometimes the repressed feelings that not only trouble your Vishuddha but also your heart chakra, because it tends to sort of hold on in place and hold on to negative energy. But Vishuddha chakra especially, pay attention. And let me tell you this, for women especially, pay attention to your menstrual cycles, okay, because that is an area I feel needs a little bit of help. Now, one thing that you have to be careful of is not taking up too much responsibilities or not taking up too many things simultaneously, because what may happen is your energy may get a little fragmented, because you feel like, oh, I need to do this, and then you're going to be like, oh, I need to do this too. So please make sure, if you can stick to one thing, you stick to one thing alone, so that you can pay 100% attention to it and give your best to it and emerge the winner at that. Yeah, so fragmented energy or being busy in too many things is possible, which is something that you should be avoiding ideally, is what I will advise you to do. Now, your Akashic records are also here to tell you that you're becoming wiser. And the reason why you're becoming wiser is probably because you're making learning a priority for you. So for a couple of you, it may so happen that you come across a very interesting course and you take it up, or you may just pick up a book and you're like, oh, this is great advice, I want to get deeper into it, and you really get into it. But wisdom, knowledge, learning, education is going to be a huge deal for you in the future. And I'll tell you this, in fact, in the future, if you want to study something or professionally do something like a course, that will help you a great deal when it comes to your future, because I feel like learning is something your Akashic records are hinting a great deal when it comes to your future life. And when it comes to your spiritual life, I feel like now you're walking in a specific direction. So maybe you're going to be more affiliated to one area of spiritual knowledge than others. But this is a traditional knowledge at that, okay? So maybe you're making a change when it comes to that, or once again, because you had the change maker card, you're already moving in one specific area in the future, okay? Remember, we're doing a future reading. So even if right now you're going in multiple directions, that is going to be changing, and one traditional path is going to be working more to your liking than usual. Okay, fun is coming into your life, okay? Fun is coming, happiness is coming, and along with that, I feel like you're developing a sense of humor. So previously, if you had a tendency of taking things too seriously, that is changing for you. You now tend to see the lighter side of things, and just sometimes you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to let go of anything, everything, and I'm just going to be having fun. So possibly you're going to be recharging your batteries very frequently, going out and having fun with family, friends, or just on your own. But you're bringing humor into the situation, and you're really living your best life. And once again, a life that you're manifesting for yourself is very likely. See, sometimes what happens is, when we notice in ourselves that probably we are a little bit too serious, and you realize that, okay, maybe that is something I need to change, and you make that change, automatically things dramatically shift, okay? So I feel like the Akashic records are very much in favor of you, is what is coming forth. And one interesting thing that is happening for you is now you're willing to appreciate both sides of the opinion. So in the past, if you were like trying to convince people that your way is the highway, now you're going to be like, okay, I am different, the other person is different, and I'm not going to try to fix this person, or I'm not going to let the other person always see things my way. I'm just going to live my best life, and if this person doesn't want to see things my way, it's okay, I'm going to give them that freedom. So you're sort of giving space in your relationships in the future is also coming forth, and you're lightening up. You're not very serious when it comes to relationships too, is what is coming forth. I'm not telling you not serious about your commitments. I'm talking about giving space in relationships, which is a beautiful thing always. Now, you're being very in the moment, okay? You're being very mindful about things. So I feel like even though you are very much in the zone of the manifester, probably you're going to be like, okay, I want to live my best life today. I'm going to do the best that I can today and leave the future for tomorrow when the future comes. So you're probably focusing on today, living your best life, and when the future comes, you'll take care of it. Okay. Once again, your philosophy towards life may also change. Possibly, you're going to be more, drawn towards things like Buddhism. You're probably going to be more drawn towards things like Sufism or Taoism. These three areas may be more you. Once again, for you, when it comes to your lifestyle, I feel like you're focusing on less. So once again, minimalist lifestyle, essentialist lifestyle, or only going in direction where you feel like you need things is what you're going into. But once again, here and now, you're living very much in the present moment. And once again, for you, energy healing may be an area that you go into. Possibly for a couple of you, you may get additional training when it comes to energy healing. Once again, Reiki practitioner, pranic healing practitioner, acupressure, acupuncture, bug flower therapies. Once again, you can be doctors, healers, psychiatrists. So all of these things, these are always into energy healing. And even if you don't go into anything, you're just going to be a person who's a safe space for somebody else. Once again, you may also get more into communication with angels. And I'll repeat this, for angel communication, you don't have to take a course. If you don't need a course to talk to God, you definitely don't need a course to talk to the angels. Yeah. But healing with angels, that is very much possible for you. But remember this, now it is going to be a part of your life purpose. So if you feel drawn to these areas and you feel like you want to make them into a career, it is very much for you. Go boldly in that direction is what I'm going to be telling you, because remember, it is already written in your Akashic Records. And when it comes to your Akashic Records, it is like something that is almost fated for you. It is a part of your blueprint, and that is what I see happening when it comes to you. Yeah. But overall, these are the messages about your future from your Akashic Records. And as I wrap this up, I'm going to be leaving you with all of my prayers, because pile 2, I want you to have a beautiful and a blessed life. Yeah. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 3, these are the messages that you need to receive about your future from the Akashic Records. Now, first, let me tell you this. You're becoming much more of an observer than of somebody who's very much out there and doing things. Okay, so even when it comes to your interactions with people, you're probably going to be trying to understand them first, understand their motives, understand their intentions, and then get into deeper relationships with them. All right, so you're not going to be trying to rush things, you're not going to be very impulsive, you're very calculative when it comes to things, and that is actually working to your advantage. Remember, I also get a feeling like you're becoming a leader in many ways. You're probably going to live your life very authentically, live your life in a way that is slightly different from others, and you're going to be a pioneer when it comes to certain things. Okay, you're not going to be a follower, you're going to be a leader, and people in fact are going to be your followers is what is coming through. You're very independent, you are living your life on your own terms, and that is what your Akashic Records are here to tell you. They're also telling you you're not going to be fearful of things anymore. When you're looking at your future, the possibility that you're going to be very brave, very courageous is there. And when it comes to your dreams, you're going to be pursuing them like there is no tomorrow. You're going to be like, I want to live my best life. If I have a dream, I want them to come true. You're going to be putting your best foot forward, and you're doing it very wisely. Okay, there's no such thing as innocence for you, or there's no such thing as inexperience for you. You're very wise, and you're going to be doing things in that way. Very brave, very fierce is what I see you guys becoming. Look at that. Once again, the king of the jungle, the lion. Yeah, you're becoming more like the lion, You're like living your best life, and when you want something, you're not afraid to claim it for yourself, okay? You're not going to be like, oh, maybe I'm not going to do that. Maybe, this person is going to be feeling bad. When you want to say something, you got to be very honest and forthright about it. And sometimes what may happen is somebody may feel bad about it, but you are like, no, I would rather have them feel bad than, lie to them or be dishonest about my intentions with them. very courageous, very bold, just like the lion. One thing that you however have to be a little careful of is your health, and especially the area of vata, so for a couple of you, maybe the dryness in your body may increase a little bit, or little bit more vata imbalance can take place. So please make sure if you can treat it, that will be great, and especially treating it with Ayurveda will help you a great deal, because in which case what will happen is, the vata, pitta, kapha, everything will then come into a beautiful balance and your health will be restored. Okay, but please make sure if you feel a little dryness when it comes to your skin, your hair, or anything, your body generally, you take care of it. And once again, the possibility that you need to get healthy or you will take steps towards it in the future is there. So for a couple of you, you may be starting a new eating routine, you may be starting a new exercise routine, or you may sort of, actually go out a lot more and, get some sunshine. So that may be possible for you. Now, the most interesting part is, as a person, as an individual, you're getting much more focused. So whatever dreams you have for yourself, whatever it is that you're going to be thinking about, you're going to be super focused about them. And it is because of your focus and your really strong and courageous attitude that you'll be able to fulfill a lot of this. Okay, once again, I see you guys being very, very independent, and it is affirmed like multiple times here. Okay, and once again, like a cat, see what may happen is, you may have a beautiful family life, you may have friends who love you, you may have like loved ones who love you, but once again, when it comes to taking your decisions, when it comes to doing anything major in life, you're going to be independent. You're very strong that way. Okay, and very strong minded is what you're going to be emerging, and very independent at that. So for a couple of you who probably are living with your family, or you're like probably living with a partner, you may decide that okay, you want an independent space for working, or you want a place of your own, or you want to invest in a property, but you want to do this on your own and in your own terms. Okay, so you want to live your life in your own terms is basically what is coming through for you in the future. Now, travel is also featuring very prominently when it comes to your future. All right, of course this can be for a vacation, but for a couple of you, the possibility that you may also move is there. And overseas trip, if that is something that you were like waiting for, or you were like thinking about it, then that possibility for you is also there. Okay, so yeah, enjoy your trip is what I'm going to be telling you. Now, okay, now this is like really beautiful. All right, even though you're enjoying your independence, you're taking your decisions on your own, but when it comes to your family, you are a complete family person. Okay, and maybe you're going to be having like this deep emotional bond with your family, or some good news relating to family is also there, but there is happiness. Look at this is like the ideal family picture. Yeah, so mom, dad, and kids. So once again, for people who wanting to have kids, that possibility is there, but I feel like that's something if you want to do. Yeah, I'm not seeing this as a definite possibility. It is if, depending on your decision, but family wise as well, things look really good for you. Interestingly, your connection with one woman is going to be getting stronger, and let me tell you, maybe this person is a friend, or this person can be somebody you meet through work, but this person's place in your life is very important, and she has the best intentions when it comes to you. Like there is probably a lot of love this individual has for you, or maybe your connection is one that makes you feel like you're very loved, you're very taken care of, but this woman is going to be having an important place when it comes to your life is what is coming forth. Now, interestingly, I feel like you're going to be taking a lot more risks in the upcoming future. Okay, so probably in the past you've played it safe, that is changing completely. You're being like the biggest adventurer, and you're probably going to be doing things that are dramatically different or very different from the norm is what is coming through. Okay, but you're like really risking things. For a couple of you, I also get a feeling like this could be a risk when it comes to romance. Like you want to live your best life, you want to find a partner of your dreams, and maybe have a beautiful family when it comes to them, but this is like risk and living your best life. Yeah, throwing caution to the wind, that kind of an impression I'm getting here. Beautifully so. Money wise as well, you are very supported, and remember this, you're supported in your dreams is what is coming through. So if you are in this purpose of wanting to sort of build your own business, or sort of, go into some area that you feel like, oh, maybe if I invest my money here, I'll get benefit from it, or if I try this way, I'll probably get benefit from it, so that is the way it is. You're being supported when it comes to creating money or creating, abundance when it comes to life. So when it comes to your money related decisions as well, you're going to be taking them beautifully, and money is pouring in infinitely when it comes to you. For a couple of you, I also get a feeling like now the money that comes in will come because of certain good karma in the past. So if you are somebody who's probably always helping people out when it comes to their need, or who's probably, is always like, giving money to poor, giving money to charity, now the money that comes in is coming in as a blessing because of, the karmic nature is what is coming through. Okay, because I get the sense of very karmic completion and karmic filling of purpose when it comes to your life. All right, but I really see a beautiful phase for you, a phase in which you're emerging into the most authentic part of you, somebody who's not afraid, somebody who's very brave and willing to face whatever it is that comes in front of them, because they want to live a full life. Yeah, but overall, those are the things that are in store for you when it comes to your Akashic Records. And as always, I'm very proud of you, Pal 3, and I cannot wait for you to get into this phase. Okay, the only thing I'm really a bit, concerned about is your health. So a little bit of vata, take care of it, be healthy, make sure you give priority to your health, and once you do that, you are okay. Yeah, but overall, I'm going to be leaving you here with nothing but my best wishes for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.